They're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New Orleans Saints. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Winston now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now this throw caught left side. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. 11 yards for number 11. Again, it's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 10. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Davis. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tanner Muse able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Winston flushed out right. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Come on now, let's go.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Sheldon Rankins, ex of the Saints, there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And some room to work. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
First down, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
Teron Armstead, Pro Bowl tackle, called for the penalty there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Jameis to throw it.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. They took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Winston now to throw on first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
To throw again on second down. Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Jameis again. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Saints!
Alvin Kamara,
his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Jets, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
To try again after the sack. Wilson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
That's good for Jets.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So they opted to run the ball there on third down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts, because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football, and they pick up the first down. Give that man a ton of credit.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack on first down, Wilson flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Get that quarterback and all talk. 56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, there's 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
he certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the left.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And just shutting him off there. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They go play action. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the end.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go. 56.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone, a fumble return, and a Saint touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. It is he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You. Mike 56. Charlie 6. You remember me? You remember me? Recon 132 fighting. Share.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Nwangu. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jets! Kene Nwangu, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
It's our time. Mike, 50, flip, flip, flip. 3, Mike. Watch the run.
Winston now. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now a 2nd and 6.
Now Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Let them know. Watch the air. Let's go. 3, number 53, Mike, 53.
Let's make these babies way back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Now Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Tanner Muse in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check exit.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I 7. Let's go. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Now Wilson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30, 10, 5, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Man out, man out, man out, man out. 56. Mike 56. Right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, A first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean...